Okay, sana po handa na lahat. So our topic is gonna be your community health nursing. Start na po natin ang discussion natin with regards to your primary healthcare delivery system. Unahin natin ang first topic natin, guys, primary healthcare delivery system. Primary healthcare delivery system. So pag sinabi natin primary healthcare delivery system, we are referring to the process o yung ating ways ng pag-deliver ng healthcare services sa Pilipinas. Okay? So, paano pag-uusapan po natin yan, okay? Mahababang topic ito because we will be including already yung mga different DOH programs in the community, okay? So, primary healthcare delivery system. Pag sinabi natin primary healthcare delivery system, kapatid, okay? It is divided into two sector. Pag-usapan natin, what are the two sectors, sir? Two sector of your primary healthcare delivery system in the Philippines. The two sector includes number one, meron tayong tinatawag na public health sector. Meron tayong tinatawag na public health sector. Public health sector. Aside from your public health sector, kapatid, of course, meron tayong tinatawag na private health sector. Private health sector. Okay? Private health sector. Dalawa po yan, kapatid. Public health sector and your private health sector. Pag sinabi nating public health sector, alam natin ito. This is mainly, okay, mainly finance through tax base, okay? Through tax base, okay, mainly finance through tax-based system. Ibig sabihin, it is being paid through our tax indirectly. Okay? Binabayaran po natin ito through our taxes indirectly. Okay? Through our taxes indirectly. Bayad na po siya in advance through our taxes. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng ating tax-based system. At pag sinabi nating public healthcare, mostly po ay free at entry level ang mga services. Free at entry level ang free at entry level all services, okay? Free at entry level all services at a certain extent, okay? At a certain extent. Ano pong ibig sabihin nun, kapatid? Free at a level at a certain extent. Ang ibig sabihin po nun is, hindi naman po, okay, free lahat, okay, all throughout the healthcare system, okay? It is just free at a certain extent wherein the community can cover, okay? Or the healthcare system or the insurance company of the government can cover. Yun po ang ibig sabihin yan, kapatid, okay? So that is your free entry at all services at a certain level. At a certain level, okay? Can you please give a thumbs up kung ako po ay maliwanag pa? Before I continue, okay? Thank you very much. Pag sinabi naman natin private, kapatid, private, this is largely financed. This is largely financed by what, sir? Finance by market-based system. By market-based system. Ang ibig sabihin po niyan market-based system, kapatid, is that, okay, services are with charges. Services are with charges. Ulitin ko dyan, services are with charges. Yan po ang ibig sabihin ng ating market-based system. Ang mga serbisyo ay binabayaran po. Okay? Own pocket po natin ito. Galing sa sarili nating bulsa. Okay? That is what we call as your private health sector. Sana po nakakasunod ng lahat. Continue tayo, kapatid. Let us continue. Okay? Ang focus natin kapag public health is more on your, okay, pag sinabi natin primary healthcare delivery system, ang focus natin is more on public health kasi nasa community tayo. Okay? So pag-usapan natin ang inyong public health sector. Public health sector, okay? Pag sinabi natin public health sector, mga kapatid, this is divided into two levels. Meron tayong tinatawag na national, and meron din tinatawag na local. So, national health sector. Okay, national health sector. Pag sinabi nating national health sector, this refers now to the national health agencies under your public health. National health agencies under your public health. And of course, sino po ba ang leading agency ng ating national healthcare? Of course, nandyan po si ating Department of Health. So, Department of Health is the lead agency. Ilagay mo dyan, they are the lead agency of healthcare. Okay? They are the lead agency of healthcare in the Philippines. Okay? Ang ating Department of Health po, ang lead agency ng healthcare sa Pilipinas. At pag sinabi nating lead agency, all decisions and guidelines should be spearheaded by the Department of Health. Pag sinabi nating Department of Health, meron tayong tinatawag na primary function. Yung primary function nila, ang legal basis niyan is your EO 119, okay, Section 3. Okay, EO 119, Section 3. Ang EO 119, Section 3, okay, ang Executive Order 119, Section 3 ay nagsasabing ang primary function ng inyong DOH ay your 3 Ps. Ano ang 3 Ps na yan, sir? Number 1 is dapat daw ang health ay nagpropromote ang Department of Health, okay? Nagpo-promote, ano pa sir? Nagpo-protect, okay? Pro-protect, promote, protection, okay? So promotion, protection, and preservation, okay? Preservation of health, okay? Of health, of the citizenry, okay? Of the citizenry. Ulitin ko po yan. Pag sinabi po natin public health, mga kapatid, public health, nandyan po ang ating national government. National government, then below that, meron tayong local government. Start muna natin yung national, kapatid. Pag sinabi po nating national, anong nangyayari? OMG, bakit nawala? Yun. Kala ko nawala. Tuloy natin, kapatid. Pag sinabi po nating Department of Health, mga kapatid, public health sector, national health sector po, ang lead agency natin is the Department of Health. Department of Health is the lead agency and has the primary function of promoting, protecting, and preserving the health of the citizenry. That is according to Executive Order number 119, Section 3. Executive Order 119, Section 3. Now, pag-usapan natin ang mission of the Department of Health. You write it there, kapatid. Mission. Very important po ito. Mission. Sometimes they're being asked this in the exam. Pag sinabi nating mission, kapatid, ang mission ng Department of Health is to lead. The mission of the Department of Health is to lead the country. To lead the country in what? To lead the country in the development, okay? To lead the country in the development of a resilient, okay? Of a resilient, ano pa sir? Productive, okay? Of a resilient, productive, ano pa sir? Equitable. Ulitin ko, that is to lead the country in the development of resilient, productive, and equitable and people-centered, okay? And people-centered health system. And people-centered health system. And people-centered health system. Yan po ang mission ng ating Department of Health, mga kapatid. Okay, gusto ko lang i-emphasize two things here. Number one, I want to emphasize on the word na equitable. This comes from the word equity. When you say equity po kasi, kapatid, sa community, we disarm wherein we distribute the logistics or we distribute the supplies according to the population that is most in need. So for example, mga kapatid, kung meron tayong 10, okay? If we have 10 barangay 1, 2, 3, then sa dulo is 8, 9, and 10. Okay? For example, Si 1, 2, 3 ang pinakamayayaman na barangay. Si 8, 9, 10 naman po ang pinakamahihirap na barangay. So tendency po kasi pag equality ang gagamitin natin, equality would share now the logistics equally to each of the barangay. Pero kapag gumagamit tayo ng konsepto ng equity, we divide the logistics according to the population that is most in need. Example kapatid, kung meron tayong 100,000, pag equality ang pag-uusapan natin, we will divide the logistics according to the 10 barangay. So tagti 10,000 sila each. However, since ang barangay 1, 2, 3 ay mayaman na at ang pinakamahirap is 8, 9, and 10, pag equitability ang ginagamit natin, babawasan natin yung ibibigay natin sa 1, 2, 3. Instead of giving them 10, 10, 10, bigyan na lang natin ng 5, 5, 5, and the remaining 5, 5, 5 will be given to 8, 9, 10 as an additional fund. Kasi nga, mas kailangan po nila kesa sa barangay 1, 2, 3. Yon ang konsepto ng ating equitability. We desire or we delegate or we share the logistics according to the population that is most in need. Nagigets po ba yung equity mga kapatid? Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much, kapatid. Okay, tuloy-tuloy lang tayo, kapatid, ha? Tuloy-tuloy lang tayo. Another one is people-centered. Pag sinabi nating people-centered healthcare system, makinig ng mahigi, kapatid, basic concept ng community health nursing ito. Once you get this correctly, you'll be able to answer the questions in the actual board exam. Pag sinabi nating people-centered, kapatid, okay? People-centered. Pag sinabi nating people-centered, mga guys, okay? People-centered, meaning the decision in terms of healthcare should rely on the hands of the community people. Okay, you don't need to wait for a healthcare worker to go into your home at sabihin sa'yo, "Hoy, magpa-check up ka." Hindi po ganon. Ang kailangan, kapatid, kapag sinabi nating mission, kapatid, in terms of people-centered is that once you have a condition, for example, may nararamdaman kang kakaiba, at yung kakaibang nararamdaman mo is alam mong hindi maganda. Okay? You immediately seek consultation. Hindi ka na maghihintay ng ibang tao na sabihin sa'yo, magpakonsulta ka. Okay? Ang ibig sabihin po nun is your people-centered health system. Dapat, people should decide with their own healthcare or with their own with their own healthcare or with their own well-being. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng people-centered. Decision-making should rely on the patients, okay, or should rely on the communities, okay, communities hands. Hindi na kailangan pumunta pa ng mga healthcare worker in the community to tell the people na, "Hoy, magpa-check up kayo kung meron kayong nararamdaman." Hindi po ganon. Kailangan sila na po ang magdi-decide nun. Maliwanag po ba? Did you get that? Yes, thank you very much po. Ang tawag natin dyan is self-reliance, mga kapatid. Okay, autonomy, the principle of autonomy, the ability to make decisions for their own well-being. Yan po ang ibig sabihin ng ating mission. Now, let us continue, ladies and gentlemen. Let us continue, okay? Sana po ay nakakasunod lahat sa ating discussion. Let us continue. Of course, pag meron tayong mission, meron din naman tayong vision, okay? Vision naman tayo, mga kapatid. Pag sinabing vision, kapatid, alam na alam nyo ito, ang sabi ng ating Department of Health, mga kapatid. The Department of Health, okay, wants that Filipinos, okay? Ang mga Filipinos daw are among, isa daw tayo, okay? Among the healthiest, okay? Among the healthiest people, among the healthiest people in Southeast Asia. Among the healthiest people in Southeast Asia by 2022. By 2022. Tayo daw ang isa sa pinakamalulusog na tao sa buong Southeast Asia by 2022. 2022 is already done. Okay. So kapag sinabi nating Southeast Asia, there are 11 countries, kapatid. Okay? Sa tingin nyo po ba ay nagawa natin ang vision na ito na isa sa pinakamalusog na tao sa buong Southeast Asia? Ayan, nalungkot na lang ang madlang people. Unfortunately, mukhang hindi. Tingnan natin. Okay, kaya ba nating talunin? O thumbs up or thumbs down, kapatid? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Okay? Kaya ba nating talunin Kaya ba nating lagpasan si Singapore? Mali. Kaya ba nating lagpasan si Indonesia? Wala pa rin. Kaya ba natin lagpasan si Malaysia? Hala. Kaya ba nating lampasan si Vietnam? Nako, 4 thumbs down. Cambodia. Si Cambodia siguro kaya natin. Tsaka si Myanmar. Tsaka si Laos. Okay? But the rest, medyo alanganin, kapatid. Siguro nasa pang-6 o nasa pang-7 tayo. Nasa pang-6 or pang-7 sa buong 11 countries, okay? Ng ating Southeast Asian nation. At hindi pa dyan nagtatapos, kapatid. Ang sabi din ng version is in Asia. In Asia by 2040. By the year 2040 daw, isa tayo sa pinakamalusog sa buong Asia. Ayan. Okay. Kapantay na natin si Singapore. Kapantay natin si China. At kung alin pang bansa sa Southeast, ay sa Asian nation. Okay. Sa tingin nyo po ba kakayanin natin? Yes or no? Mukhang pag-iisipan man natin ng maigi. Pero 15 years pa yan, kapatid. 15 years pa naman yan. 15 years, okay? May pag-asa pa. Lalo na pag ako ang iboboto niyong presidente. Charis lang. Pag ako naging presidente, kayang-kaya natin yung, kapatid, okay? Huwag na tayo magpapagawa ng kalsada. Charis lang. Magpapagawa pa rin. Pero ang plano ko, ipa-semento muna. Yung hindi na semento. Sa aking pamumuno bilang presidente ng Pilipinas, wala mo nang babagbagin na semento na pwede pang daanan. Okay? Ang lakas ng trip ng mga Pilipino. Am I right? Yes. Sa Pilipinas, hindi pa sila inaayos na. Apakahusay. Apakahusay or B-O-B-O. Am I right? Nako, mukhang hindi husay yon. Mukhang katangahan. Sorry. Sige, tuloy tayo, kapatid. Tuloy tayo. Sir, ano daw? Hala, natuwa sila lahat. Okay? Pag-usapan natin, roles of DOH and their function. Okay? The roles and function of the Department of Health. The roles and function of the Department of Health. Okay? Alam nyo ito, malamang familiar kayo kay mnemonics na LEA. Okay? Pag sinabi nating LEA, kapatid, 3 po yan. Ano daw ang primary roles and function ng Department of Health? Number 1 is the Department of Health is the leadership in health. Tayo daw po ang leadership in health. Sabi ng Department of Health. So basically, they create the national policy and the regulations in institutions. Plus, nagkakreate sila ng mga plans, or monitors and evaluates the services. Okay? Another one is your enabler and capacity builder. Enabler and capacity builder. Okay? Enabler and capacity builder. Pag sinabi natin capacity builder, sila naman po yung nag-i-innovate ng new strategies. O, ilagay natin dyan. Innovate new strategies. Okay? New strategies. Okay? And the last one is your administrator of specific services. Administrator of specific services. Ano naman po ang ginagawa ng mga administrator of specific services na yan? Okay? Administrator of specific services is that from the word itself, they manage all okay, health institutions. Manage all health institutions. Okay? They manage all institutions. Okay? They manage all institutions. Yan po ang ibig sabihin ng ating roles and functions of the Department of Health under Administrator of Specific Services. That is your LEA. Okay? LEA. Okay? So, pag tinatandaan natin, idagdag mo na lang po dyan, kapag sinabi natin leadership, national policy maker. Okay? National policy and regulation. National policy and regulation. Yan po ang trabaho natin, okay, under your roles and functions of the Department of Health. Okay? O ngayon, at dahil dyan, tignan natin paano ba ini-implement ngayon ng Department of Health ang mga functions na ito sa ating community. So, different president comes up with different programs. So, dalawang bagay po ang gagawin ko ngayon. I-discuss ko muna kung ano yung nasa aklat, which is the Public Health Nursing Book in the Philippines, by discussing your overriding goal of DOH, which is your health sector reform agenda. Then later on, i-discuss ko naman po yung 8-point agenda, okay, ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Okay? Sana po nakakasunod lahat. Can I proceed? Pwede na po ba ako mag-proceed ka pa rin? Thank you very much. Sana po ay nakakasunod ang lahat. Let us continue. Let us continue. Yeah, baby. Okay, pag-usapan natin kapatid. This is what is written in your white book. Health sector reform agenda. Health sector reform agenda. Pag sinabi nating health sector reform agenda, ladies and gentlemen, health sector reform agenda, this is the overriding goal. Overriding goal. To be honest with you guys, I don't know if they still ask this in the exam because these are very old concept. But since nasa white book siya, I just need to discuss it, then compare it sa present na 8-point agenda na meron tayo ngayon sa health, which is the new program of the president or the current president. Okay? Health sector reform agenda is the overriding goal of the Department of Health. The overriding goal of the Department of Health. At pag sinabi nating overriding goal, mga kapatid, this now describe the major SOP, standard operating policies. Okay? The standard operating policies of the Department of Health. Okay? Kung paano daw ginagawa ng Department of Health yung ating mga programa. Okay? Now, in relation to your health sector reform agenda, meron tayong tinatawag na Formula 1, okay, for health. Okay? Formula 1 for health. Pag sinabi nating Formula 1 for health, okay, this is under the supervision of the old Department of Health Secretary, Francisco Duque. So siya po kasi yung secretary nung panahon ni Gloria Macapagal Arroyo at siya din ang naging secretary last part nung panahon ni Pangulong President Rodrigo Duterte. Kaya yung Formula 1 plus 1, yung Formula 1 for health niya, dinagdagan niya ng plus 1. So, ibig sabihin, yung 4 naging 5. Yun ang ibig sabihin nyo. Yung 4 naging 5. Combination niyan kapatid. Mamaya, i-discuss natin kung ano yung mga yan. Ngayon, pag sinabi natin Formula 1 plus 1, this is the framework. Ito daw ang framework ng tinatawag framework of implementation on how are we going to implement or framework of the implementation of health sector reform agenda. Before I continue, mga kapatid, are you guys still there? Nakakasunod ang lahat. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ang babait ninyo. Am I right? Ayun, nakikita ko lahat ng mga sumasabog ng mga hearts. Okay? Sige, magpaulan pa rin ng hearts, kapatid. Tuloy natin, kapatid. Okay? Tuloy. Formula 1 for Health plus 1, framework on the implementation of health sector reform agenda. Pag sinasabi po natin yan, we have your goals. We have the goals of Formula 1. Ano daw ang goals ng Formula 1? Okay. Ano daw yung goals ng Formula 1? Meron tayong tinatawag na BEM. Your BEM. What does BEM means? BEM, letter B. Okay? Better health outcomes. Better health outcomes. Okay? Better health outcomes. Pag sinabi natin better health outcomes, mga kapatid, better health outcomes, of course, okay? Pag sinabi natin better health outcomes, okay? Kung gusto niyo palang mag-advance ng COPAR concept, no? COPAR concept, you can actually go to my YouTube channel. May COPAR din po ako doon. Hanapin niyo lang po yung Joel Pasqua. Joel Pasco, mga kapatid, okay? Mga taga Mindoro, chat nyo lang po doon, pwede na kayo mag-advance doon kasi nga, bukas kasi ang discussion ko sa inyo is more on the concept of community health nursing. Pag may oras pa, on the last day, i-cover naman natin ang COPAR tsaka IMCI. But if you want to read or watch in advance, I have also videos of other concepts in my YouTube channel. Joel Pasco po yung YouTube channel ko, okay? So that is your better health outcomes, okay? Better health outcomes. Pag sinabi nating better health outcomes, of course from the word itself, kapatid, better health outcomes. Meaning, kapatid, gusto natin ng mas magandang resulta in terms of kalusugan. So, ibig sabihin, dapat gumanda ang mga healthcare ng mga tao. Humaba ang ating buhay. Okay? In terms of paghaba ng ating buhay, kapatid, nakabase po yan sa universal health outcomes ng ating buong mundo. Okay? Dapat ang life expectancy natin lumalagpas sa current life expectancy ng buong mundo. Okay? Ibig sabihin, dapat lagpas tayo sa average lifespan ng isang tao sa buong mundo. Okay? Sir, nakapasa ba tayo doon? Hindi. Okay? Kasi ang average lifespan ng buong mundo, 73.4. Tayo, 72.6 lamang. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa natin naaabot yung average na buhay ng isang tao in comparison to the entire world. Okay, sa Pilipinas, ang isang tao nabubuhay lamang up to the age of 72.6. Okay? Hindi pa ganun kataas. Pero mataas na rin compare sa ibang bansa. Wala naman po tayo sa dulo. Okay? Sige, tuloy natin. Letter E, kapatid. Letter E. Pag sinabi naman nating letter E, kapatid, nakalagay na dyan, equitable. You put it there, equitable and sustainable. Equitable and sustainable healthcare. Equitable and sustainable healthcare. Okay? Equitable and sustainable healthcare. Kanina, na-discuss ko na sa inyo kung paano ibig sabihin ng equitable. Ano naman po ang sustainable? When we create program, we have to make sure that we'll be able to sustain it until the end. Hindi yung itatawid mo lang kung anong problema ngayong araw. Okay? Kailangan ng sustainability means tuloy-tuloy. Okay? Laging may pondo, laging nandyan. Like for example, magbibigay ako ng 5,000 kada araw or kada buwan sa lahat ng pamilya. Tanong, is it sustainable to give 5,000 pesos? Okay, every month. Hindi. Okay, kasi nga, kukunting tao lang ang mabibigyan mo dyan. At the same time, after maubos ng 5,000, ano nang susunod? Yun kasi ang ibig sabihin nun. That is why, kapatid, when we plan to create programs, you have to consider logistics. Kapag in-implement ko ba ito, masosustain ko. Kasi kung hindi ko siya masosustain, huwag ko na lang siyang gawin. Yun po ang ibig sabihin yan. That is equitable and sustainability. Tuloy tayo, kapatid. Let us continue. Let us continue. We have you at letter M. Letter M. Letter M, okay? Letter M. Pag sinabi natin letter M, this is more responsive. More responsive. More responsive healthcare. More responsive healthcare system. More responsive healthcare system. Pag sinabing more responsive healthcare system, we have to adapt to the current health status of the Filipinos. Kung ngayon ay maraming nagkakasakit ng ganitong specific condition, then we have to address that accordingly. Kailangan maglagay tayo or magbigay tayo ng mas marami pang preventive measures. Kasi nga, ang focus naman ng community is prevention rather than cure. Ngayon, pag sinabing more responsive, ngayon, dumadami na ang mga communicable diseases. At the same time, mataas din po ang ating mga non-communicable diseases. In comparison sa ating communicable diseases, sa top 10 cause of mortality, mas marami pong namamatay sa mga non-communicable. Therefore, the focus of our program should be focused more on preventing non-communicable diseases. Paano maiiwasan ang atake sa puso, stroke, diabetes, COPD, and the likes, okay, like your kidney diseases. Yun dapat ang focus kasi yun po ang trends ng mga sakit ngayon, non-communicable diseases. Lalo na after 1990s, nagsulputan ng mga kung ano-anong mga fast food chains. And alam naman natin, fast food chains are not so okay, nutritious foods. Am I right? Yes, madalas po sa mga fast food chains na to ay mamantika, mataba, that causes now other non-communicable diseases. Ang tawag natin sa mga conditions na yon are lifestyle-related conditions. Okay? Guys, nakakasunod pa rin ba? Okay, thank you very much po. Sana po ay nakokopya nyo lahat yan. Punta na tayo sa next topic natin. Elements, okay? Elements of strategy. Elements of strategy. Pag-usapan natin ang elements of strategy. So what are the elements of strategy? Elements of strategy of your, okay, Formula 1 plus 1. Okay? Sa elements po, meron tayong tinatawag na 3H. We have your 3H, 1G, and A. We have your 3H, 1G, and A. Sir, what is your 3H, 1G, and A? Okay? Pag sinabi natin 3H, kapatid, that is your health. That is your health. Okay? That is your health, financing. Health, financing. Ibig sabihin, proper health fundings po yan. Proper health fundings. Not to deline or malign any particular group or sector, okay? Or political affiliates. But what happened in the PhilHealth controversy last year is actually not in accordance with this strategy. Because yung PhilHealth po kasi, okay, dalawa po ang nagsusustain yan. Number one, yung binabayad ng mga employed people. 5% po na kanilang salary ay napupunta sa PhilHealth. Okay? Then, the other one is the subsidy coming from the government, which is from GOCCs. Okay? Ngayon, yung financing po na galing sa government, yun po yung magbabayad sa mga tinatawag nating indigents. Indigents people are those who are not paying their premiums in terms of PhilHealth. Sino magbabayad nun? Dapat yung gobyerno. Unfortunately, last time, hindi po iyon na ibigay. Yung parte ng gobyerno na bayad para sa healthcare financing ay hindi nila na ibigay. Kasi nga na zero budget ang PhilHealth. And that is not good. Kasi nga, health financing is very important. Take note, mahal po ang healthcare. Mahal po ang healthcare. And sometimes, or most of the time, a good healthcare comes with good price. So, kailangan talaga ng budget ng PhilHealth in order to address, okay, from the pinaka, yung mga pinaka hindi malubhang condition sa mga pinaka malubhang condition. O, ganun po, kapatid, okay? So, that is your community, okay? That is your health financing, okay? The next one, kapatid, susunod natin, the next one is your health regulation. Health regulation. In terms of regulation, kapatid, the Department of Health has the ability to regulate kung ano yung mga healthcare, okay, services that will be delivered or not. Okay, pati magre-regulate ng mga healthcare facility or institutions that will be providing healthcare services. Okay, that is your health financing and health regulation. And the last H is your health service delivery. Health service delivery, okay? Maraming issues ngayon dito sa health service delivery. Alam kong kayo ay mga nurses na, mga future nurses natin, kapatid, and you will be encountering this soon. Once you go to the hospital, because of the large amount of patient na ikikater nyo, to add it up, may mga masusungit na bantay, masusungit na doktor, masusungit na kung sino-sino sa hospital. Sometimes you tend to become burnt out at medyo bumibitaw, nakakapagsungit konti. Nakakapagsungit ka na rin. And yung instances na yun ay nangyayari ngayon. Okay? Kaya nababash ang mga nurses, blah, 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 blah. Oo, na-experience ko rin yung ganito. Sinungitan ako ng nurses, blah, 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 ganon. Okay? Now, we are not going to justify na tama yung pagsusungit, anak. Okay, mga kapatid, hindi tama yung pagsusungit. However, yung mga nakaupo po sana, sana is makita nila yung root cause kung bakit tayo nagsungit. Hindi lang naman tayo nagsungit dahil gusto lang natin. Nagsungit tayo kasi nga sobrang pagod na pagod, understaff, yung sahod napakababa, tas may makulit pang bantay. So tendency, bumigay lang din tayo. Anyway, we are still humans, am I right? Yes, tao lang din tayo bumibigay. And tendency, ang nakita lang nila ay yung kasungitan. Hindi nila nakita yung part na pagod na din tayo. Tapos biglang sasabihin pa ng kung sino-sino na yan ang ginusto nyo. Bakit kayo nagre-reklamo? Guys, ginusto natin yung part na mag-alaga. Pero hindi natin ginusto yung part na tayo ay aabusuhin. Am I right? Ang ginusto nating part is yung part na tayo ay magsiservisyo. Yung part na tayo ay mag-aalaga ng mga taong may karamdaman. Pero hindi natin ginusto yung part na tayo ay babastusin, aalilain, na kahit hindi parte ng trabaho natin, may natapon na kung ano-ano, tayo ang magpupunas, nurse, pahingin ng tubig, nurse, pahingin ng ganito. Hindi, kahit hindi natin trabaho, ginagawa na natin. But still, people would see yung ating kakulangan. Ano bang profesyon ang hindi nagkukulang? Am I right? Kung kakulangan lang din naman ang pag-uusapan natin, I think mas nagkukulang yung mga nakaupo, isn't it? Hindi tayong mga nasa field. Okay, isn't it? Di ba? Di ba? So ano yan, rant ba yan? Parang rant na din, am I right? Yes, parang rant na rin. Yan kaya, yan ay mga bibitawan kong mga linyahan pag ako'y nangangampanya na. Charis. Iboboto nyo ba si Sir pag magiging pag ako ilalaban na president? Wag naman president. Wala pong ganon. Okay? Joke lang po yun, mga kapatid. Pero pag ako talagang naging presidente, anak, mababago ang Pilipinas. Taris talaga. Mababago talaga, kapatid. Ang uunain ko talaga is talagang bubugbugin natin yung mga tao na yan. Okay? Bubugbugin natin yung mga tao na yan. Okay? Can I continue, okay, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, sige mga babies ko from Mindoro. Let us continue, kapatid. Okay, review again, guys. 80, ilang days na lang? 83 days to go, 84 days to go. Regular session review natin ito. Regular session review, okay? 80, how many days to go? 80? 83 na lang ata, 86 or 84. 83 or 84 days to go. Malapit ang board exam. Malapit mo nang makamit ang pinapangarap mong lisensya. Tama po ba? Yes, konting tiis na lang. Do you claim it? I-push natin to, mga kapatid. Push. Walang may iwan. Dapat lahat sama-sama. Okay. Again, bukas, gonna see you all face to face. Promise po yan. Ngayon talaga, I just really need to take a deep breath, stay muna ako sa bahay, at least tuloy pa rin ang review natin. But tomorrow, I'll be seeing you guys. Okay, I'll be seeing you guys in Mindoro, okay? Let us continue. Lahat sama-sama papasa, okay? Let us continue. Letter G, ilagay mo dyan, kapatid, good governance. Good governance, okay? Good governance. Okay, gusto ko makita ang reaction ng mga madlang people, kapatid. Kamusta ang good governance, kapatid? Ramdam na ramdam mo ba sa Pilipinas? Hala, napaiyak, napatawa, napathumbs down na lang ang mga tao. Unfortunately talaga, medyo talaga namimihasa. Kaya lagi kong sinasabi, kapatid, sana pag ako naging congressman, kung ako, baka narinig tayo mga congressman dyan o anak ng congressman, maaari ba magpasa ng batas na bago manumpa ang mga nakaupo sa kongreso or sa kahit sa anumang pwesto, sana merong mandatory 2 weeks to 1 month immersion. Yung bantipong titira muna sila sa bundok, mag-i-stay muna sila sa pinakamahihirap na community ng Pilipinas bago sila manumpa. Okay? Para naman may idea sila kung anong batas talaga ang kailangan ng mga taong nasa baba. Hindi yung lagi nilang sinasabi para sa taong bayan. Hindi naman sila nag-iisip kung anong gagawin. Am I right? Yes, kaya mga civic persons dapat talaga ako ang lalaban. Charis talaga. Joke lang po. Okay? And the last one, kapatid, ilagay mo dyan, accountability. Okay? Accountability. Lahat ng nakaupo, kapatid, at nagsiservisyo sa gobyerno ay dapat accountable sa lahat ng actions nilang gagawin. Okay? Kasi kung hindi nila susundin yun, kapatid, magkakaroon ng problema. So basically po is that wala ding kwenta. Tama ho ba? Yes, wala ding kwenta kung ano man yung pinagagawa nila. Kasi nga, kung gagawa na lang sila ng isang bagay tapos hindi naman sila held accountable for that actions, and yung magiging magiging itsura ng kanilang ginawa is that they will continue doing what they are doing. Okay? So those are the elements of strategy, kabit. Okay? Health financing, okay? Health regulation, health service delivery, okay? And we'll have your health regulation. Oh my God, hindi na talaga gumagana ang charger ng aking iPad. Ibig sabihin ba nito, bibili na ako ng bago? Ang tagal ko lang sinasabi, hindi pa rin ako nabili. Am I right? Okay. Oh, luma na kasi itong iPad, anak. Ilang linggo na? 3 weeks. Am I right? Luma na siya. 3 weeks na kasi. Charis lang. O sige, tuloy tayo kapatid. Sana po ay nakakasunod lahat. Guys, are you learning? Sa lahat, are you learning? Thumbs up naman dyan. Thank you very much. Tuloy natin. Okay? Mas masaya pa sana to pag face-to-face. However, I'm really sorry guys. Hindi ako nakarating ng face-to-face. But I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Okay? Tayo ay magsasaya. At dapat ipasyal nyo ako bukas. Charis lang. Ang tagal-tagal ko na pabalik-balik ng Mindoro. Hindi man lang ako nakakapasyal. Am I right? Yes. O, tapos na tayo sa old version ng mga program implementation ng Department of Health. Yung tinatawag nating mga strategies nila. Punta naman tayo sa bago. Yung tinatawag nating 8-point agenda. Okay? 8-point agenda. O, alam nyo mga kapatid, 3 taon na po kasing, okay, 3 taon na po kasing nakatupo ang ating Pangulo. Ibig sabihin, may possibility na kung maglalabas about agenda in terms of health. Of course, yung agenda niya, hindi agenda ng mga nakaraang Pangulo. So, pag-usapan natin ang 8-point agenda according to PBBM. Ito yung 8-point agenda niya, kapatid. O, no politics involved, kapatid, ha? No politics involved. I-discuss lang po natin yung mga programa at yung mga gustong mangyari ng ating Pangulo ng Pilipinas. Whether you are pro or not pro Marcos, ito po yung mga sinasabi niya in terms of your 8-point agenda. Okay? For this one, medyo gagawa lang tayo ng ating mnemonics. We will use the mnemonics heal mind, okay? Gamutin natin ang ating pag-iisip, okay? Heal mind, okay? Ano ang ibig sabihin ng heal mind na yan, sir? Let's go with your letter H. Letter H, unahin mo na dyan, health for all. Health for all. Health for all. Health for all. Ano po ang ibig sabihin ng health for all, sir? Na-achieve na ba natin ang health for all? Actually, in terms of policy, na-achieve na po natin siya. Sir, bakit? Kasi pag sinabi nating health for all, this is actually your universal health access. Universal health access. So, in terms of policy, yes, we did achieve this one. This is actually based on RA 1122.3, also known as your Universal Healthcare Law. Lahat po ba ng tao sa Pilipinas ay miyembro na ng ating, okay, PhilHealth? The answer is yes. Yung mga hindi nagbabayad at walang trabaho, sagot po yan ng gobyerno. At yung mga nagbabayad naman, nakakatasan sila ng 5% ng kanilang tax. Okay, ngayon, Universal Health Access in terms of policy ay na-achieve na po natin. 2019 pa. Unfortunately, in terms of implementation, meron nagkakaroon ng problema. Am I right? Yes, okay? Gusto ko lang pong liwanagin sa mga lahat nakikinig sa akin, ano? Sa mga nakikinig sa akin. Malamang the last time you have heard sa SONA ng ating Pangulo that you will be having your no balance billing or NBB to all DOH hospitals. Okay? Actually, that's a good thing. However, medyo magkakaroon lang po ng problema. Bakit po? Ang sinabi lang po kasi ng Pangulo is DOH hospital. Take note that DOH hospital is different from other public hospital. I'll give you a very good example. Okay? Provincial hospital is being handled by the local government unit of that particular province. Hindi po siya under ng national government. Therefore, hindi po siya under ng DOH. So yung sinabi po ng ating Pangulo ay libre lamang sa mga pasyente na na-confine sa mga DOH hospitals. Pag di siya DOH hospitals, pag hindi siya DOH hospitals, at siya naman po ay public pero hindi DOH, hindi pa rin po libre lahat. Nagigets niyo po ba yon? So medyo mag-iingat lang doon kasi nga later on baka maging nurse na kayo next year, di ba? Baka nasa hospital na kayo, sure naman tayo diyan. Pag kayo ay nagjo-duty na sa hospital, malamang makaka-encounter kayo ng pasyente. For example, you were hired at a provincial hospital at sinabi ng pasyente na, wala na akong babayaran kasi ang sabi ni Pangulo last year ay libre. Okay, baka hindi nila naintindihan yung tinatawag na DOH hospital. Okay? Provincial hospital sila naka-confine. It means to say na depende po sa programa ng local government unit, which is yung probinsya kung saan nandun yung hospital or yung provincial hospital. At problematic po yun kapatid kasi pagmumulan ng confusion. Ano yung confusion doon, sir? The confusion is there, ang akala ng mga normal na Pilipino na hindi masyadong maintindihan yung term na DOH hospital is that, libre na ako kasi nasa public ako. Public hospital is different from DOH hospital. Kasi ang DOH is being funded by the Department of Health, national government, while provincial hospital is being funded by the local government unit. Are we clear? Hello? Yon, okay? Kaya kailangan naintindihan natin yan bilang mga nurses kasi later on, we will be answering questions from our patient, okay? So sana po yan. Again, universal health access is already been achieved. However, it is just within policy. In terms of implementation, mukhang malayo pa ang ating lalakbayin. Tama po ba? Yes, okay? Sunod na natin, letter E, kapatid. Sana po yung nakakasunod lahat. Let me see the thumbs up. Yun, thank you very much po. Letter E, sunod natin kapatid. Empowered, okay? Empowered. Apakasarap talagang mag-lecture ng online pag malakas ang internet. Okay, trinay ko mag-lecture ng online sa mga ibang lugar kasi napakahina ng internet. Nakakabanas, right? Para maririnig ng mga audience ko yung sinasabi ko 30 seconds after I told the word. Kaya nakaka-bad trip, okay? Empowered health. Empowered health workers, okay? Sana palakasin talaga ang internet sa buong mundo, sa buong Pilipinas. Kasi naman, Pilipino ang number 1 internet user in the entire world. Number 1 din tayo sa pinakamaraming subscribers sa what? Okay, subscribers sa YouTube. Okay, at saka sa Facebook. Tapos ang hina-hina ng internet natin. Apaka-B.O.B. Nakaka-bad trip. Sige. Tuloy na tayo kapatid. Tuloy na tayo. Okay. Sana po nakakasunod lahat. Let us continue. Empowered health workers. Ang sinabi ng ating empowered health workers, dapat po ay magkaroon tayo ng right support. Okay? Right support and fair pay. Fair pay. Okay? In terms of right support mga kapatid, okay, right support. Recently, I have seen a post on one of the governor in somewhere in southern Philippines, southern Luzon. Nag-post siya, tapos picture niya nandun sa poster, kapatid. Yung picture niya nasa poster, tapos nakaganyan siya, nagtuturo siyang ganyan, na parang galit. Tapos sasabi niya, bawal magsungit. Nakaganon siya, bawal magsungit. Yun nakalagay na slogan sa kanyang poster. Kasi daw, marami daw healthcare worker sa hospital na yun ang nagsusungit. Okay? Ang nagsusungit. But the thing is, we are not going to invalidate yung pagsusungit ng mga nurses doon. Bakit nga naman? However, kapatid, sana ang finocus ng governor na yon is the reason kung bakit nagsungit yung nurse. Hindi yung nagsungit siya, nagsungit lang. Okay? Sana chinek nila kung bakit nagsungit. Tama po ba? Yes, kasi if you address the problem, then definitely you would address yung pagsusungit. Try mo kayang solusyonan yung problema. Tignan mo, yung epekto nun, okay, is yung pagsusungit. Mawawala yung pagsusungit. So basically, yung pagiging burnout ng mga nurses sa community o doon sa area, including yung mga doctor and other medical practitioners, is because they were really tired. They are burning out. Therefore, address the problem so that you will address yung effect ng problem, which is yung pagsusungit. Kaso hindi nila naiisip yun, anak. Kasi nga, hindi naman sila nakakapag-immerse. Hindi nila nararamdaman yung nararamdaman ng ibang tao. Gusto lang nilang gumawa ng something na sisikat sila. Very, very poor thinking in terms of regulations and policy making. Am I right? Yes. Kaya sabi ko nga, anak, kung ayaw man nilang mag-immersion, dapat meron silang community organization seminar at ako ang speaker, Charis. Lahat sila patamaan natin. Did you get that? Okay, another one. Another one. Ang dami ko nang sinabi dito, okay? Ang dami ko nang sinabi dito. Ano, marinig nila lahat ito. Hala, okay, baka huntingin nila ako. Did you get that? Yes. O sige, next, fair pay. O fair pay, kapatid. Sa katunayan, sa kasalukuyan, kapatid, okay? Sa kasalukuyan, ang ating sahod po sa national government, okay, is salary grade 15. Again, yung salary grade 15 na yan, okay? Sa salary grade 15 na yan, okay? Hindi ko alam, to be honest, but what I'm aware of is that ang salary grade 15 is national government hospitals lang. In terms of the local government unit, nakadepende pa rin sa ira nila kung magkano ipapasahod nila. I hope na hindi na ganon, but before kasi ganon. Salary rate 15 kasi, ibig sabihin, baka iba ang sahod ng mga nasa DOH hospital compare sa sahod ng mga nasa provincial hospitals. Which I think is true, okay, sa local government unit. Recently, may nakita akong post noong parang August 9 ata yun, August 10, nakita ko yung post na isang municipal or community hospital somewhere in southern Philippines, hindi ko na naman sasabihin yung lugar, no, Southern Luzon, nag-hire sila ng 3 nursing positions. Alam nyo ang sahod, kapatid, 15,000. Oh, 15,000. Ang sahod naman noong healthcare assistant is 8,000. Okay? Sir, akala ko ba salary grade 15 ang nurses? According to Republic Act 9173, which is your Philippine nursing law, dapat po talaga salary grade 15 tayo. That is amounting to 39,000 yata po recently. Okay? At aakyat po yan at the end of this year up to 42 to 46,000. Okay naman na yun, kapatid eh. However, hindi yan across the board. Ang alam ko po, na-implement lang yan sa national government, sa national hospitals, DOH hospitals. But in terms of the LGU hospitals, unfortunately, kapatid, hindi siya na-apply. Lalong-lalo na sa mga private hospitals. Pero may mga private hospitals naman na nagbibigay ng salary as high as 37,000. I have heard one in Manila. Okay, but the rest, kapatid, 13, 18, 15, 21, 23,000. Mababa, okay? Bako. Basta narinig ko po, somewhere out there, okay, 15,000 daw po ang sahod, kapatid. Sige, tuloy tayo, kapatid. Again ha, yung 39,000, yung 39,000 na sahod ng nurses sa Pilipinas is hindi naman na siya, okay, yung 13,000 na sahod ng nurses sa Pilipinas is hindi naman na siya masama. Okay, kahit pa paano, nakakabuhay naman na, pero hindi ka yayaman. Okay, magsusurvive ka ba everyday? Yes, pero hindi ka yayaman. Hindi ka muna makakapunta ng Palawan. Wala mo ng Boracay. Okay, wala mo ng Boracay. Okay, hanggang Kwan ka lang, hanggang Pantalan, ganon. Hanggang Pantalan, yun. Doon ka na lang mamingwit sa Pantalan ng Calapan, Mindoro. Wala mo ng beach. Diyan muna kayo sa beach dyan. O, ganun mo ng sahod. O, sige. Okay, napakalaki ng sahod, no? Napakalaki ng sahod. Alangya. Tapos, ang gusto ng ating Department of Health Secretary, pigilan mo na ang mga nurses na mag-abroad. Huy, sino ka? Am I right? Ba't mo kami pipigilan? Ang laki-laki ng aming naging tuition, tapos gaganyanin mo lang kami. Am I right? Yes, okay? Gaganyanin mo lang kami. Dapat hindi. Okay? Ang laki-laki ng tuition namin, dapat makabawi tayo. Isn't it? Yes. O sa Pilipinas, kapatid, pag ayaw mo mag-abroad, pero gusto mo makabawi agad sa tuition mo, after you experience about 1 to 2 years, mag-masters ka, anak, sabay mo, then mag-faculty ka, then you go to area like Manila or Baguio City, malalaki magpasahod ang mga universities and colleges there. Okay? You will earn as high as 40 to 60,000 up to 100,000, depende sa iyong credentials. Hindi na masama while you are in the Philippines, okay? Okay? Letter A, okay? Letter A. O, sige mga kapatid ha. Okay, tuloy-tuloy tayo mga kapatid, tuloy-tuloy. Letter A. Sir, ano naman yung letter A, sir? Accessible, okay? accessible services, okay? Accessible services. Ang gusto ng ating gobyerno ay dapat magkaroon daw tayo ng safe, okay? Safe, compassionate, okay? Safe, compassionate, and inclusive care, okay? And inclusive care. Ayan. Safe, compassionate, and inclusive care. Tulad ng sabi ko mga kapatid, safe, compassionate, and inclusive care. Wala naman pong nurse dito na ayaw gawin ang safe, compassionate, and inclusive care. But sometimes, due to the burnout, we tend to, deviate from the normal norms. Medyo nakakapagsungit tayo dahil sobrang pagod. But then again, we should not be looking at that effect. We should be looking at the reason why do we actually ended doing acts like that. Kasi nga, may dahilan naman po. The reason might not be valid, but it is still valid. Are we clear? Yes, kasi valid sa ating mga nurses yon. Ikaw ba naman ang laging pagod? Minsan, okay, hindi ka man lang makaihi ng sapat. Ama po ba? Yes, okay. Tapos, ang pinaka-challenging sa trabaho natin is yung bantay. Am I right? Yung bantipong lahat ng ginagawa natin, sinesearch na kay Google. Okay? Tapos pagka-search kay Google, pag hindi nag-aakma doon sa ginagawa natin, magre-reklamo siya. Sana hindi niya na lang pala pinakonfine yung kanyang kamag-anak. Inalagaan niya na lang sa bahay. Sa pamamagitan ng Google. Am I right? Hindi ko pa alam kung bakit ganun. Hindi ko alam. Pati kasi mga nakaupo minsan, sabi nila, i-Google na lang. O pati yung pagiging lawyer, mag-Google ka na lang. Hala! Nakakatakot yung mga ganong tao. O sige, tuloy natin kapatid. Leveraging. Okay? Leveraging technology. Okay? Leveraging technology. Ilagay mo dyan. Leveraging technology. Anong ibig sabihin ng leveraging technology, sir? Okay? Kailangan daw magkaroon na tayo ng for prompt and efficient. Okay? For prompt and efficient delivery. For prompt and efficient delivery. For prompt and efficient delivery. Ibig sabihin kapatid, gamitin na daw natin ang teknolohiya. Unfortunately, marami pa rin nursing school sa Pilipinas ang hindi pinapayagan ng paggamit ng mga technologies, AIs, and even gadgets during classes. Hello po mga kasama ko, mga CIs. Anak, nasa world na tayo ng technology is already evolving. We should be allowing our students already to utilize these things. Anyway, pag nasa Pilipinas ka, hindi mo siya masyadong na-appreciate. But once you go abroad, everything is run by technology. At kailangan natin makipagsabay. Being tayo naman ay mga global nurses. Am I right? Yes, because we are nurses, we want to serve the Filipinos abroad. Did you get that? Yan ang goal natin ngayon, okay? Gusto mo pa rin naman magsilbi, pero magsilbi sa mga Pilipino abroad, okay? Hindi na sa Pilipinas, okay? Hindi na sa Pilipinas. So sige, kapatid, tuloy-tuloy natin. Actually, existing naman na itong leveraging technology. In terms of healthcare, ginagamit na natin tinatawag na telemedicine. Pag sinabing telemedicine, nag-check up na rin po yung mga doktor sa pamamagitan ng Zoom. Ayan, nag-check up na rin sila. Tuloy-tuloy tayo, letter M. Letter M. Ano naman po ang M, sir? Your M naman po, okay? M naman po stands for mental well-being. Mental well-being. Pag sinabi nating mental and well-being, ito yung tinatawag nating emotional and psychological care. Emotional and psychological care. Emotional and psychological care. Pag sinabi nating mental well-being, emotional and psychological care, which is true kapatid. Sa Pilipinas kasi, hindi nating masyadong pinagtutuunan ang mental health ng isang tao. Tama po ba? Yes, as a matter of fact, ang mga Pilipino po ay judgmental in terms of health. Yung bang tipong nakita mo lang yung kapitbahay mo, may minute na doktor na psychiatrist, ang tingin na sa'yo is baliw. Am I right? Ganyan po ba ang Pilipino? Yes, okay? Ganyan ang Pilipino. Tulad nga ng lagi kong sinasabi mga kapatid, Filipinos are among one of the most racist, if not the most racist in the entire world. We are even racist among our own race. Tama po ba? Ganyan ang Pilipino, kapatid. Whether we like it or not, accept it or not, okay? Ang Pilipino talaga, meron tayong tendency to down each other. Okay? As if we were actually number one sa lahat ng bagay. Okay? And it's happening, kapatid. O sige, tuloy natin. Mental well-being, kapatid. Dapat pag ikaw ay nakipag-break sa jowa mo at sa tingin mo hindi ka na nakakatulog, you deserve a check-up. Totoo po yan. Okay? Sa amin sa States, ginagawa namin yon. Charis lang. Okay? Pero yung part na ginagawa nila sa States, yes, totoo yon. Oo, totoo yan, kapatid. Yung mga depressed ka, yung nade-depress ka, tapos minsan ay para ka na natatai, naiihi, na hindi mo alam ang gagawin mo, tapos hindi ka makatulog, you develop insomnia or hypersomnia, okay, sobra sa tulog, kulang sa tulog. Those are signs of anxiety attack. Lalo na kapag ikaw ay nanggaling sa isang, okay, stressful event. And you deserve a check-up when you have that situation. Okay? So yun po, kapatid. That is your mental well-being, emotional and psychological care. Okay? Emotional and psychological care. Tuloy natin, kapatid. Letter N. Okay? Letter I, immunization. Okay? Immunization. Immunization and disease prevention and control. This is prevention and control. This is prevention and control. Immunization and disease prevention and control. Ito yung tinatawag natin preventive care. Preventive care. Which is actually yung focus ng community health nurse naman. Community health nursing. One of the primary focus. Prevention. Okay? Immunization. Unfortunately, recently, nagkukulang tayo sa mga bakuna. Lalo sa OPV. Nakakatakot pa naman because we are free from polio for several years. Then until recently, nagkaroon tayo ng problema with regards to polio. Okay. So, yan po yan, kapatid. Okay? Guys, are you still with me? Kaya pa? Yes. Thank you very much po. Okay? Letter N, kapatid. Letter N, okay? No crisis. No crisis. No crisis unready. Okay? No crisis unready. Ibig sabihin po yan, no crisis unready, kapatid. Dapat, we are always prepared. We are always prepared for health emergencies. We are always prepared for health emergencies. We are always prepared for health emergencies. Sir. Okay? Yan po ba yung mga eksakto na hahanapin ko ka, sir? Hindi po. Hindi yan yung mga eksakto na hahanapin ko sa board exam. Ang gusto kong intindihin nyo dito is these are the concepts that we need to be prepared for health emergencies. Yun po ang ibig sabihin ng kapatid. Hindi ko po sinasabi ang lalabas sa exam is no crisis unready, kapatid. Dapat prepared ka for any health emergency na pwede mangyari. Yun ang nakalagay sa website ng ating gobyerno. Okay, so ang ginawa ko lang dito, I have use of the Mnemonics Heal Mind. Okay, para mas matandaan natin siya. But you do not expect na ang lalabas mismo is immunization, mental well-being, but it has something to do with those concepts. Kaya dapat naiintindihan mo rather than minememorize mo ang mga topic. Maliwanag po ba tayo doon? Okay? Diyan nagkakamali kadalasan ng mga estudyante, kapatid. Sometimes kasi they are expecting na kung ano yung nakita natin, kung ano yung nakita natin sinulat ng ating professor, yun ang ine-expect natin lalabas sa board exam. Maling-mali po yun, okay? Dapat po, gamitin mo lang po siya, okay? Gamitin mo lang po siya as a leverage para mas maintindihan mo yung konsepto. Okay? Sana natatandaan po yan. Okay? And the last one, letter D, kapatid. Letter D. Letter D. Very timely din po ito. Letter D stands for defeat. Okay? Defeat pandemics. Okay? Defeat pandemics. Okay? Medyo huli naman na no in-implement to kasi we are already pandemic, moving to become pandemic to become endemic during that time nung in-implement nila yung programang ito. But still again, pandemics are still arise, possible pa rin na magkaroon ng pandemic, kapatid. So defeat pandemics means magkaroon tayo ng tinatawag na we develop rapid organize. Okay? We develop rapid organize. Okay? Rapid organize response. Okay? We develop rapid organized response to outbreaks. Okay? we develop rapid organized response to outbreaks. Actually, ang kanilang suggestion noon is dapat magkaroon tayo ng PCDC. Ano ang PCDC mga kapatid? Philippine Center for Disease Control. Parang yun nasa Amerika. Okay? Sana magkaroon daw tayo ng PCDC. Anong ibig sabihin ng PCDC? Philippine Center for Disease Control. Philippine Center for Disease Control. Are we clear? Yes. Kaso nga lang, hindi na naman po napagtuunan, wala naman po tayong batas na nagagawa kasi kailangan ito ng batas para ponduhan yung pagpapagawa ng ganito. Sana ganito na lang ipagawa para ang Pilipinas may sarili na pong institutions na gumagawa at nag-aaral sa mga communicable diseases. At sila na rin po ang gagawa ng mga tinatawag na bakuna. Tama po ba? Yes, okay? So, unfortunately, hindi naman nasusunod. Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, kapatid, dapat talaga ako maging Pangulo ng Pilipinas. Charis na naman. Oo, napag-aralan ko na lahat yan, anak. Pati sa community organizing, okay? Alam ko na yung gagawin ko. Oh, charis, okay. Panggulo na lang, hindi na lang Pangulo. Nakuha po ba, kapatid? Did you get all that? That's the 8-point agenda. Very good. O sige, before we have our break po, tapusin natin ang next concept para mamaya DOH programs na tayo. Pag-usapan natin ang tinatawag na Sustainable Developmental Goal. Sustainable Developmental Goal, okay? Sustainable Developmental Goal. Ilang beses na rin po itong lumabas sa board exam. Kung di ako nagkakamali, 3 beses na. Last board exam, lumabas na naman siya, but it was a repeat questions. Uy mga guys ha, paalala lang pala, okay? Paalala lang pala. Recently, narinig ko po sa isang BON chairman, ay BON members, okay, na are based here in Baguio City. Narinig ko po sa kanya, or narinig ko po sa kayo mga kaibigan na nag-attend ng oath-taking kasi siya yung speaker. Okay, according to her, that succeeding exams, they will be utilizing new sets of questions. Sir, tinatakot mo naman kami, new sets of questions. Ang ibig sabihin po nun, kapatid, maaaring magkaroon sila ng editing sa mga existing questions. Hindi na katulad dati na eksaktong-eksakto ang lalabas. Sir, paano namin susolusyonan yan? Lalo kaming kinabahan. Kaya nga, ang dapat focus nyo is intindihin yung konsepto, huwag i-memorize. Okay? Intindihin yung konsepto, huwag i-memorize. Kasi pag memorize mo lang siya, kapag binago na yung phrase niya, hindi mo na siya maiintindihan. That's why, hindi enough na meron ka lang notes, kapatid. Hindi enough na meron ka lang mga nire-review yung question. It is important na dapat naiintindihan mo yung tanong, naiintindihan mo yung konsepto. Okay? So kahit ano pang edit ang gawin nila, basta naiintindihan mo ang konsepto, hindi ka po maliligaw. Papasa at papasa ka. Nagkakaintindihan. Yes, understand the concept. Do not memorize it. Nakuha po ba ang payo ni Sir? Huwag kayong bibitaw, kapatid. And again, okay? Again, kapatid, para po sa lahat ng nanonood, ano? Okay? At sa lahat ng mga nakikinig, no? Pag sinabi po nating board exam, kapatid, narinig ko din po na nung July 2022, PRC had released a memo, okay, na magiging 3 to 5 times na lang, okay, ang maximum take ng isang nurse graduate in terms of board exam. So it means to say that if you're failed to 3 to 5 times, hindi ko lang sure kung 3 or 5 times, okay? 3 or 5 times, okay? Hindi ko lang sure kung 3 or 5 times, pero kapag na-achieve mo na yung maximum na yun, kapatid, medyo kailangan mag-refresher ka daw. So it's not yet final, but it was already open to the nursing schools na mga napuntahan ko. It was shared to me by the deans, by the coordinators, na yes, possibly daw, na lilimatahan na ang pag-take ng board exam. But the thing is, kapatid, hindi mo kailangan kabahan doon, anak. Kasi bakit mo pa hihintayin yung point na yon? Eh dapat po papasado ka na sa first take pa lang. Of course. Okay, huwag kang kabahan sa ganung news. Kasi hindi mo naman siya concern. Hindi mo na siya concern. Kasi nga, magiging RN ka na bago matapos ang taong ito. Am I right? Yes. Hindi mo na siya magiging concern. Hindi mo magiging concern ng bagay na hindi mo naman maabutan. Kasi hindi mo siya maabutan. Kasi nga, first take pa lang, tapos na ang laban. Okay? Tapos na ang laban. Tapusin na ang laban. Yun yung unlimited na dapat hindi mo what? Tinitake advantage. Am I right? Yes, okay. Ngayon pa lang, ibigay todo mo na. Wag na, okay? Okay, sapat na yung 6 hanggang 6 na oras na tulog kada gabi. Then, basa ng basa, answer ng questions, sagutan, read the rationale, then tapos. Our clear? Yes, yan ang goal natin, kapatid. Yan ang goal natin, okay? Guys, are you still with me? Are you still with me? Okay, thank you very much. SDG, kapatid. SDG. O, pag-usapan na natin to. Sandali lang ito. This is your SDG, Sustainable Developmental Goal. This is also known as Global Goals. Okay? This is also known as Global Goals. Baka tanungin lang kasi, ibang pangalan ng gamitin, malito ka pa. Ang tawag natin dyan is Global Goals. Pag sinabi natin Global Goals, sir, ano daw ang agenda? What is the Agenda 2030? Agenda 2030 of your Sustainable Developmental Goal. Okay? Under the United Nations Development Program. Ano daw ang agenda ng 2030 ng United Nations Development Program? Ang agenda daw natin is what? Transforming the world. Okay? Transforming the world. Transforming the world. At pag sinabi nating transforming the world, kapatid, ginawa po yan sa UN New York. UN New York. Manifesting, guys. New York is the easiest state in America na pwedeng puntahan ng Filipino nurses. Tapos maging stepping stone mo siya to go to other country. Okay? United Nations New York office noong September 25 to 27, 2015. Definitely, okay, on their 70th anniversary. 70th anniversary. So, ginawa daw ang agenda na ito, Transforming the World, okay, on September 25 to 27, 2015, on their 70th anniversary in the United Nations office in New York. Ang other name now ng Sustainable Developmental Goal is your Global Goals. Clear po tayo? Hello, hello. Hello. Yun. Thank you very much po. Ngayon, sir, ano daw ang elements? What are the elements? What are the elements of SDG? Meron tayong 6 na elements ng SDG. Number 1 na dyan is dignity. Okay? Dignity. Number 2 is the people. Number 2 is the people. And number 3 is your prosperity. Prosperity. Okay? Number 3 is our planet. Number 4, should I say? Number 4 is our planet. Number 5 is justice. And number 6 is your partnership. Okay? Partnership. So those are the elements of your Sustainable Developmental Goals. Okay? That is the elements of your Sustainable Developmental Goals. Okay? Maliwanag po ba tayo dyan? Yes, sir. Ilang Sustainable Developmental Goals ba ang meron? Ilang Sustainable Developmental Goals ang meron? Meron tayong SDGs, okay, 17 goals, okay? However, kapatid, yung SDG 17 goals na yan, hindi mo naman kailangan i-memorize lahat, anak. Kasi nga, hindi naman po related sa ating kurso yung iba. Yung iba po kasi like infrastructure, life on land, life on water, okay? Hindi po natin yung kurso. Kurso ng iba, kapatid. Walang direct, okay? Direct. Kahit pag gumagawa kami ng syllabus when I was still a faculty, hindi namin sila nagagamit. 6 lang po, or 7 lang po ang madalas naming nagagamit, mga ma'am and sir, na SDG. Kailangan mo lang i-memorize si SDG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and number 17. Yan lang po na SDG ang may kinalaman directly sa health. Pwede mo pa rin namang i-memorize yung lahat. Pero kung ikaw po ay nagtitipid ng oras, at nagtitipid ng brain cells, I advise you, pwede naman pong yan lang. But still, you can memorize everything. But, kung may memorize ka man dapat, sila yon. May lumabas na ba dyan sa board exam? Yes, lumabas na ang number 3, ang number 6, and number 17. Sila po yung mga lumabas na. Ano ang number 1, sir? No poverty. Okay? No poverty. Walang mahirap. Ano pa? Sir, zero hunger. Zero hunger. Ano pa, sir? Good health. Good health and, okay, well-being. Good health and well-being. Number 4, quality education. Quality education. Number 6, gender equality. Gender equality. Gender equality. Number 6 is clean water and sanitation. Clean water and sanitation. And the last one is your partnership. Okay, for health. Okay, for health. O, pagtsagaan nyo na yung sulat ni sir, ha? May carpal tunnel syndrome kasi ako. And ang kagandahan yan, kapatid, okay,